Welcome to 1525 Fox Point Road. This cottage is located with access. That's my Jeep parked across the road with the neighbors. It has 25-foot access on Lake of Bays directly across the road, which we'll go to at the end. I just wanted to give you a quick little scan of the deck and the entryway, and we're going to go in the interior. I'm going to show you the beautiful interior. It's listed at $499,500, and it does have a lovely open concept with lots and lots of living space. It's got a lot of dining space for a large group. Tables a good size. You could certainly put even a bigger table there if you had like large groups for dining for Passover, Easter, Christmas, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, Rosh Hashanah, and whatever holidays you gather in large groups. You could certainly do that. And after COVID-19 is over, I'm sure we'll all be really looking forward to having our friends and our family join us in our social endeavors and also in our at the cottage. What a great kitchen. She's upgraded the cabinets. They're lovely, kind of a greeny beigey gray. I really like the color. And the black sink. The countertops are a mottled sort of black, but it really looks great. Got an exposed sort of pantry area, shelf unit. There is an electric fireplace, and it's got a transom window above. Really, really smart. It looks really terrific. And you've got, behind this picture, if you are viewing it with your agent, please have your agent open that door behind, because it is the electrical panel and it is updated breakers. So it's the panel is in newer condition. There's your walkout door from the dining, ceiling fans in the main part of the room. Really lovely light fixtures were chosen. They did a really nice job, and this is little Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, just little notes that you can put when you're here, maybe just how the weather was or what you're hoping to do the next day at the cottage. There's another walkout door from the living area. And again, the ceilings are vaulted, and it gives a really nice spacious feel. There's a sitting area here, which I would probably put a pull-out couch. So when you have big groups, you have a fourth sleeping area for your company. Anyway, let's move into the bedrooms. I don't want to make this too long. I want to keep your interest. So this is the room that is used currently as the master bedroom. And it does have lake views. So it's lovely. Lake views across, and the road is a traveled road and will be busier in the summer, but it's never busy. It's the road does dead end, and you'll get some, cars going by. I'm not going to say you won't, but certainly it's not a super busy road. When people travel along this part of it, because there are cottages on the other side of the road, most people do slow down. They're well aware of the fact that there may be kids playing and dogs running. You do have a neighbor beside you, but the beautiful thing is that neighbor has no windows on this side of the house. So when you look out, you won't be looking in at any windows. And so they basically will live looking towards the lake, or on the other side they can see with windows, or the back. So though you have a neighbor, you're really not going to be looking in at them and them at you. This is the backyard. You can see the septic, the black piece above, and that's where the septic tank is, and it goes into the woods. It's just a lovely wooded area where your kids could play or walk the dog when you're not at the lake. So that's terrific. A lot of leaf trees, so lots of good sun in the winter, and in the summer lots of good shade because it is southwest exposure. The siding has been redone. The windows are all in good shape. There you saw a car go by, and you can see it goes fairly slow, which is terrific. So let's just go back in the cottage and I'll show you the rest. This is coming back into what's used as the master bedroom with an access to the outdoors. Lovely the light fixtures, just really well done. Let's move along into the second bedroom. And again, lots of pine. The ceilings are done in white painted wood. So it shows really cute. This is the bedroom. Lots of windows. You can see some neighbors off in the distance, but nobody has windows directly looking in. And once all the trees grow in, you're going to see a lot better privacy than you're seeing now. This is kind of the worst of the seasons, is April. You know, the lake has just opened up. There's usually quite a bit of, grass and, I mean, not grass, but tree branches and rubble around properties. And because of COVID-19, people haven't been able to get up on weekends and to do raking and blowing. So the property is not looking spring ready, but certainly there's not a lot to do here. And the owner will be up to look after things if it sells. And certainly we could probably have someone come out and do it prior to closing. But just needs some leaf blowing, etc. So that was a 3rd bedroom. And in order to winterize the property, the walls are insulated. There's some insulation in the roof, which was not done very long ago, actually, since the current owner owns it. You'd probably want to, if you're going to use it year-round, you'd probably want to winterize the water line. You could either do a heated water line with an ultraviolet so it's potable, but what I would recommend is there's still space on the roadside where you could drill a well. And a drill well is about $15,000. To put an ultraviolet and heat the line would probably be about $5,000. So I think that you'd probably be wise if you had the budget to create a drill well and have forever potable water on the side of the road. This is the bathroom. It does have another light fixture. I'm just gonna, because the fan goes then. But it has a light fixture on top, which can be a heat fixture. So you can actually have, after you get out of the shower, you can have your heated bathroom. And there is a glass shower and a lovely, lovely sink. So many of the finishings are just really, really nice. So I'll get you some better light in here. There we go. So you've got the glass sink and up-to-date faucets. It just shows well. And the hot water tank is in that cupboard, so that's where that box is. That's where the hot water tank is, and it could be underneath. There is a crawl space area, so once the building, you're going to insulate the crawl space, you're going to insulate the plumbing, and then your flooring, you could either heat it or create a furnace underneath and heat it that way. So really be up to a buyer if they want to do these things, but excellent snowmobiling in this area, excellent ice fishing, you could be cross-country skiing. It's just fun here in the winter. We do a lot of winter sports when we're here and really, really enjoy it. Okay, so that's the interior. Gives you a good idea. And it comes mostly furnished, so that's terrific. It just shows beautifully, doesn't it, for the price? All right, let's go outside. And we'll do the walk to the lake now. The dock isn't in the water yet. Most people's aren't. Again, often people would be starting to put them in sort of early May, but I'm sure that it will be in prior to closing, but the seller, she's still working, so she's not here. And most people are told not to come to their cottages right now, that it's best to stay where they are. And so not everybody's traveling to their cottage to get work done on their property. So there will be more leaf blowing, and a branch came down off this tree. So we're going to keep going. I'll flash back to the cottage from the road in a second. You can see this is the waterfront. There's 25 feet, and it's heading towards, there is a for sale sign on that side of the road, so it's easily found. Just going to flash back to the cottage. There it is. There's a neighbor on the right side, but again, once the trees are all in leaf and the undergrowth is up, it's going to be a lot more private, as well as for the neighbor on this side too. Yeah, nobody's really here right now. It's pretty quiet, but it is kind of a nice community. If you do buy in this area, people do, I know that this current owner, she does know her neighbors, and it's just a kind of a friendly area. You'll see that as you walk down, that the 25 feet is sandy, shallow at first, beautiful swimming. Again, I'm not going to go too far. She has steps down to the bottom. She does have a shed at the lakefront, and there's the view. Her dock pieces are beside, and there's the rest of her dock. The dock's in decent shape. I think these steps in the dock probably a little power washing and a staining this year. And her neighbors on the left side, looking towards the water, do have 50 feet of frontage, so quite a bit more space for them, so they can sort of head out to the far end of their property when you're down here. And over here, the dock is a little ways too, so you're not right on top of people on the right side at all. But you can just see the view is it's just lovely today. Spring is coming. I really feel like we've had snow and ice for so long, and the ice is off the lake for maybe a week now, and most of the snow is melted, and the leaves are going to start budding, and we're going to start enjoy the season. And wouldn't it be great to be here to enjoy your summer or winter? It's just fun. It's fun being here. It's fun being in a recreational area where there's year-round, restaurants. The ski hill isn't very far away. There's Big Golf Course on the island, as well as there is Markham Air, there's a Club Links Golf Course. There's PGA at Deers. So you have lots and lots of recreational activities. Thank you. Hope you come visit.